So, right, so first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We said, I'm a person, Elas Agreements and Rua teaches our person in truth. And with this salutation, so the Arkham push you within our truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season or season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into a video here, and this basically touching upon some news, right? Yesterday, the stuff with P. Diddy came out, right? And it had some jakes that were actually outside of the courthouse that was spraying on themselves with baby oil, and actually rejoicing of the how to put it fair, of what was said in the court earlier on, right? So this reason the headlines of the link here said this shit is literally a Boondocks episode. Diddy supporters are spraying baby oil on each other outside of the courthouse. Now there were videos circulating with both men and women. Right, as you can see to the left of the picture, you can see a woman in the blue here spraying, dancing in the street, frolicking, reveling. Right, you'll see other people around her, both men and women. Actually, the guy with the blue hat here, right, he was actually one of them as well. That was actually spraying the baby oil on her. There were other clips with other men doing the same thing as well. Getting themselves spray the baby oil and so forth. And this goes to show how foolish and how destroyed our people are. Because the dancing for a guy that has been committing a whole bunch of crime, breaking out set of laws, that actually on the other side, right? But that is what they love. This is what Jake loved. Jake loved wickedness. They love evil, right? So let me bring the scripture here. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22. It says, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me." It said, "They are such as children, and they have not understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." So let us look at the word sotish, right? S-O-T-S-H. Right? When you look at the word sotish, it means a fool. It's a foolish, right? Sotish, fool, a fool, right? It says to be foolish, be a fool, and that is basically Jake. Because what you kind of foolishness that they are into, outside of a courthouse dancing, spraying themselves with baby oil, and I show everybody know what is the significance of them spraying themselves with baby oil. What is the reason why they would be spraying themselves with baby oil? Because that is one of the main things they said that Diddy like and to do in his freak off. Right now, I can't play the video or some of the videos that are circulating because it might break the terms and services of YouTube. But you could go online and you can basically look it up. I believe you will find it on this World Star Hip Hop. It's all over. No matter whatever social media you go to, wherever it also on certain news sites that they were dancing, right, spraying themselves with baby oil, frolicking. So you say to be foolish, to be a fool, to make foolish, turn into foolishness, to act or do foolishly, right? They say to do foolishly, play the fool, right? They say to be silly. So going back to Jeremiah 4 verse 22, he say, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are such as children," right? Foolish children, and they have not understanding. They are wise to do evil. Yeah, Jake, when I watch the things Jake into, they everything that they do is basically evil, and they love to do it. They say they're wise to do evil. They would actually search out, what is the best way or the best method to do something evil, right? This is the people that hey, this watch the other nations watch we and they just like, hey, the bottom of the barrel, you outside that courthouse with a bra and a short pants on, dancing, rolling on the street, acting all like a maniac, getting themselves sprayed with baby oil. The men in some of the videos, they were bareback on the streets as well, dancing, getting on so because, the leader, was let off of a few charges, right? And when you read some of the charges, you could understand that, hey, when you have money, you'll get off of these things, right? But again, and the scripture say, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Yet to do good they don't have none. If you tell these same people, to follow the Lord or let's do something for the Lord, they have no idea what it is to do. But to do wickedness, they have that. It's a sport or a fool to do mischief. They're wise to do these things. As a matter of fact, let me get it. I believe that's Proverbs 10, Verse 23. It say it is a sport to a fool to do mischief. Yeah, it's a sport to a fool to do mischief. And that is these people are the foolish. You know? Spraying themselves, spraying themselves with baby on in the streets, dancing like maniacs, up and down. You know, there was some of the clips going with this woman here. She was put on. She talked all these kind of things was going on. The men in the streets bareback, you know, knowing the kind of stuff that Diddy did to men. You know, but these kind of things that they like. These kind of things that Jake love. They love foolishness. You know, the scripture say they're wise to do evil, but to do good, right? But to do good, they have what? No knowledge. They have no knowledge to do good. Doing good is like, you know, in the horror movies, when a vampire see like Gallic or something, he just automatically he just scream, or he just let out a kind of, you know, a noise, or he might run. That is how good it is to these wicked people, right? That is what good is to Jake. They didn't have a clue. So that way the scripture say it is a sport to a fool to do mischief, right? And let's just look up the word. Let's do a quick Google search. Right? When you look at the word mischief, it's a playful misbehavior, especially on part of children. It's a harm or trouble caused by someone or something, right? Right, yeah. So yeah. It say when you look up, it say what is the real meaning of mischief? It say definitions of mischief: no, reckless or malicious behavior that causes discomfort or annoyance in others. Yeah, you know what? And that is what these two-thirds they annoy us. You know, they annoy us. Let's watch this. You know, this shit has been circulating whole day since yesterday. Since it came out, it's been circulating it all over the spring, and people have been throwing in their 2 cents. You know, Esau take it up and say, you know, Esau, when they see things like this, and they'll be like, watch them, the wild animals. The scriptures talk about brute beasts need to be taken and destroyed. Right? So let me bring our next scripture here. Let me go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 4. It say a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. So yeah, so you say what? A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. Right? That is it. People talk about they're wise to do what? They're wise to do evil. Right? As I said, you know, I can't play the video, but they could go and look it up. Right? You know, let me not go down too much because I recommended some of these things. Don't say discover more, right? So let me not go down because once you click this here, other stuff would come in. But I actually want to get some of the comments. I actually want to get a page that actually have like, look at this. Let me not play it technically. Say we are at the point where people are spraying baby oil on themselves in support of a pedophile, a domestic abuser, a sex offender, and convicted felon. Yeah, that is Jake. You know, Jake love evil. They love it. You know, they call the evil good and the good evil. Right? That way say a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Right? They are going away backward. Let's say and that's the thing about Jake. You know, Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. It say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou said that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy children, I will also forgotten thy I will also forget thy children. So yeah, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Right? That would say to do good, there are no knowledge in them to do good, but to do evil, the wise. These are the things that they will be in group chats trying to say, yeah, we could meet up this time and bring baby boy, bring a case, right? And that's that wickedness. Really and truly, they say, hey, y'all won't be the stubble for the fire. No, every all two toes had to be cut off. This is what you all find joy in. You know, this is that bullshit. Right? And whatever it is a man sow, he will reap. So continue being this evil things. There are things coming for you all soon. Make sure when Jacob shovel hit, make sure PDD could save all you. Make sure that that baby oil or they spend money upon could save all in that time. Right? Right? Till the next scripture come to my mind. Yeah. So that what the scripture say. They're wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You know, I see that evildoers. Right? Just wickedness they into. Love those kind of wickedness. I'm gonna go to Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, right? And I remember wait is on Jeremiah 5, verse this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 5, and I read from verse 21. It says, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. You know the thing about it, just to say something, with the amount of stuff happening in the world right now, you know, Jake don't have a clue what it is coming to them. Right? Jake literally don't have a clue what it is coming to them. They're not prepared. Right? They're not prepared at all. Right? What I wanted to do, right, so as I pause it and come back here to show, you know, the apostles, the elders, the brothers all around the world, the bishops, you know, how much videos they're doing upon things that are happening upon the world right now. So that's why I said Jake don't have a clue. You know, but the prophets also, they're giving them that warning. You know, like the elder from North Carolina, you put up the evils cleave unto our people, right? Protests. These are the kind of things happening. Anybody say the drone plagues, you know, biometric policing, you know, all these things. It's in as the brother here pop, they don't know what's really coming here. They don't know. They have a clue. The brother pop ice concentration camps. He is coming for Jake. Yeah, all these things happening. But you know what Jake doing? You know what Jake doing? Jake outside here spraying baby oil on himself, right? Spraying baby oil on himself, and scanting on the street. It say, fear ye not me, verse 22. It say, fear ye not me, said the Lord. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that they cannot pass it? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it. But this people had a revolted and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. Yeah, man. Jake finished. Right? They say they revolt and they're gone. You understand? Yo. And again, there's a lot of stuff, you know. Some of these people saying here, yeah, the point, that is the mindset of Jake. You know, opening IG to see people pouring baby oil and themselves celebrating this man's case. Yeah, you know, I want to go up and, you know, and see what's going on upstairs. Which she already, right? Yo, Jake really, say our brute beast need to be taken and destroyed by. You know, they really, really and truly love evil. Anytime I be coming into, you know, that is when they want to turn back. That is when they want to seek the Lord. That is when they want to find the prophets on the streets. Right? These are the same people here that will scoff and scorn against us. You know, they will try to kill us and so forth. But they're outside here dancing for a convicted sex offender. Right? A convicted, you know, a mo. Right? If you watch into the case and hear some of the things he was doing, you know, he's literally a mo. Right? Yeah, but the scriptures talk about the leaders of these people caused into error, and they that a lot of them are destroyed. Right? Jake loved these kind of men. It's because they are money. You know, they believe they're righteous. You know, but in time coming, that they would see. Know what is true and what is not. Right? So hey, once again I give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yoshai, Ba'Shem Kakodash. We said that once a person Allah's agreements on the rule teaches our person in truth. And we say salutations so the act must represent with truth and sincerity, day in and day out and constantly, in season on a season we say Shalom.